Okay, 21-31, good luck. So we have actually played one game previously. Let's go c4 just to challenge the pawn push. Yeah, I might do the same as, well, myself here. Just stick to the Reti principle and put the bishop on g2. Okay, now we've got this option to do it this side, or we can try and change the center in lots of ways. This way, what do I want to do? I think I'll do d3 just to challenge the pawn push. I could even go b4. Do I do b4 now? Sack a pawn. I don't think it's doing much right now. I'm going to play bishop up and then maybe e3 rather than e4, because obviously once I go e4, there's no reverse gear on the pawn. Okay, goes with the queen, so knight up and the queen will go back. But I like the idea of still playing e3 here. It might be a mistake, it might be e4, might be better. I've allowed bishop down, I just realised, so I'll have to challenge the bishop there. That was a little bit careless to allow the bishop down. Now, I tend to do quite well on the whole when I play endgames and get the queens off, so do I do that? It tends to be better for me than worse if the queen comes off. Just as a whole, obviously each individual game is individual, but as a whole I tend to do better when I'm playing queenless games. Or according to my insights I do. So take, rook across, probably all the way back, rook takes, but at least it mixes it up, doesn't it? It opens the game up a little bit. So let's go for it and just drop back. I assume I come all the way back here. So rook takes. Yeah, I don't see any benefit to going anywhere other than coming all the way back. But I'm going to have to try and challenge this, so... Here, rook across. Say trade, trade, rook over. You've got the annoying rook across. So that's a little bit irritating. I think I'm going to jump the knight forward and hit the pawns. I don't know if it's good or bad, but let's find out. Might be a mistake. And then the idea is, might be just chuck this pawn up. He's got this annoying push, but right now I've got d4. But everything could just really explode open here very, very quickly. Obviously, I've got a weak pawn here, but rook across, maybe I can just play rook over to guard. So he's advanced there. So takes, knight takes, takes. But this is probably the better pawn to take. Oh, but is it, if I get this one, I've got a fast pawn, right? Why can't I just take that? Oh, because I dropped my knight. I dropped my knight. I think I'm okay to take. I might be wrong. Because if you take, I've still got knight here, or I can just take back. But then the pawn push, I've got to watch out for the attack on my rook. So here, I can't afford to let him take, can I? I'll have to take. He's got pawn down, and we'll just shuffle across and go after getting forward, something like that. As long as I can get back. Oh, I didn't expect that move. Okay, so the idea is to get an attack on my rook. That's the idea. But what's he gonna do? If I take, I guess he goes here. That's annoying. I think I push up and I try and restrict this bishop. But now when he takes, this knight might be getting trapped. I'll have to play a quick rook across. Then he can come down. Actually, I might have trapped my knight here. I might have blundered. Or maybe I've got pawn up. Just there is rook over. I'm aware of that. My knight can't go here, so I'm aware. So takes, I'll have to play a4. But then c6, and that's a problem, isn't it? So I can't allow this. So I think I'll have to play rook across. Can I afford to grab a pawn here, actually? Why not? I think I can afford to take, because it gives my knight a square this way. But he has got his fast pawn now. I don't think I'm in time to push my own pawn, but let's find out. Okay, that's a good move, isn't it? No, I do actually have knight back though. Takes, check, back. I can drop the knight back in one move here. Where does his knight go? Let's play knight back. If he takes, I take the knight with check and then drop the knight back somewhere. Well, they're not quite sure where. So we both got out advanced pawns. Obviously, the black pawn is a lot more advanced than our pawn. Could easily go either way, this one. If the foul opens up, he's got a lot of pressure on f2. So it's very, very risky what I've done here. Very risky. I thought I was going here. Yeah, I need to go here and try and come back, or go this way and just try and come back. Hit the pawn, knight back. Wait, what? So, is he happy to trade? Let's just push and find out. Okay, let's come back, hit this pawn. Obviously, this is the real problem pawn, but... Okay, can I take now? So I've got check and collect here, right? And we get a tempo attacking the rook. It's only one move, but we attack the rook. But he's going to take here as well. It's going to open everything up. I guess rook back, yeah, logical. So I think we have to guard the knight. Oh, maybe it was the wrong rook actually, because he can take with tempo and attack my rook. Why did I do that? So I'll have to push up. Just whatever he does, he's winning, isn't he? Or he's better. Winning's maybe a little bit strong, but he's... Actually, maybe it's still level. He can collect the pawn, but we can force a rook off. Yeah, check gives him a chance to blunder. I don't think he will blunder, but it gives him a chance to. Actually, if he goes there, he has. He's blundered it. He's missed it. So rook takes, I take here. So as long as I can get my king safe somewhere. So rook up. Now if bishop in, I just take with check, I think. Still far from easy, this, far from easy. Yeah, maybe I just want to be on a light square. Let's get on a light square so there's no bishop check. We're trying to cover the pressure on the pawn and give my king a bailout. Let's go here. Now I'm threatening this and the pawn. So the pawn. At some point, hopefully I can sack the exchange. And then we've got two clear pawns. Oh wait, I can take now, right? Actually, take, check, block, takes up. Yeah. He just guessed at the wrong moment of all the times to guess, and then he disconnected, didn't he? He disconnected at the very end there of all the times to guess. Okay, let's put that through the analyzer. So they're the move times that we've actually played. 45 moves, let's see what it says. I'll quickly go through the idea of the end of the game there as well. I'll just show the last few moves. So in the end, the reason I took was I was assuming, if you take, check, rook blocks, take, king takes, I've just got king up. say down, we're going to come here, but we're going to take and we can come and then push the pawn up. That was the sort of idea I was playing for at the end there. So yeah, we've played it pretty well. There is a blunder in there, but it's 94% versus 88%, and CPL is 18 versus 38. So where was our actual blunder? A4 was a blunder. So we're +2 better in this position, and we should have played the other rook over to challenge the rook immediately. So it's a similar sort of concept, but we should have done that one earlier. So you can just take your time in your own games and see how the engine says you would play it. So you give up that pawn and you go up here. Obviously, I was more concerned about this pawn, but this is the line that the engine gives as being like the best line. But obviously, you have to be able to see the whole of this and see there's no risk. Like, for instance, bishop versus knight is probably bad. So you have to be able to see all this and calculate it out and think that you're better off doing that. So that was the one blunder we had. But otherwise, that was a good game.